Over the next 2 weeks, world leaders and climate change experts will meet here in Paris. What they want is a lasting and, more importantly, binding agreement to control the world's carbon emissions.
This meeting is where the world decides for itself in favor of life, always life, the lives of our children, the small children of the planet, and knowing that there will be 150 heads of state and governments who will be there, reunited in this moment to express their solidarity with France and at the same time their responsibility to the people who are already suffering from climate change and are calling on us to act.
This is happening because past agreements have either failed or run out. The Kyoto Protocol was the big one. It committed governments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in 1997, but it expired in 2012. An extended agreement was watered down, and experts say it's not worth the paper it's written on. Then there was Copenhagen. It was supposed to be the successor to the Kyoto Agreement, but it's not legally binding, and many countries say they won't put it into force. That's a problem because the UN says levels of carbon dioxide, the main cause of global warming, have risen to record levels, and that's happened for the past 30 years. China, the US and Russia are the worst culprits, but per capita, it's developing countries that need to pay. Emerging countries will become the biggest source of emissions growth as of 2020. And they want $100 billion a year from industrial nations in return for slowing their carbon-fuelled economic engines. More than 170 countries have pledged to restrict emissions in the next decade. That could limit the rise in global temperatures to 2.7 degrees Celsius. Any higher, and experts say the planet will face a heat wave it can't afford.
The impact of climate-related extreme weather events is now driving home the reality of the climate crisis in a way that scientific predictions did not.
More than science, Paris is about politics and economics. But the question is, who pays? And will anyone actually honour a potential agreement? Soraya Lennie, TRT World.